Hi, this is Peter Godinez, your ambassador with K80YTV.net. I have Bob Allen to my right, and as many of you know, in HAT series, we are very involved with the Career Education Center, formerly known as the ROP. So when I have a dialogue, or we like to say a collaboration with Bob, but I'd like for Bob to kind of start off and tell us, what is the vision with this wonderful organization?
The vision that seems to have taken hold over the last couple of years, Peter, is looking around what all the other, Oxnard colleges' video programs and what the video programs are at all of the schools, and what they're teaching is how to try and do editing and create a viral video on YouTube that's going to make them rich and famous. I don't believe that many of the kids that are going to school are ever going to achieve that. So we've looked at something a little differently, and luckily we've met up and been part of the new Career Education Center broadcasting curriculum. So this message is a little bit geared towards students that might not understand what this program is really all about. What we're trying to teach is to think ahead in advance so that you can do a live broadcast and prepare for that, rather than sit and take 10 million video shots and then go in and spend 30 hours for every hour that goes on the air doing editing like everybody else is doing. So what we're trying to create is a broadcast team at the high school level, just like you would a varsity athletic team.
Good enough.
Okay? And what we're doing is we're starting to focus at the Oxnard Union High School District schools. We started a program. It's every Tuesday and Thursday, classes from 4 to 6 at Oxnard High School's TV studio. And what we are teaching is how to stream live all of the sports at each of the high schools. We will be starting with volleyball. In other words, we want to get our feet wet so that we're not tripping over anything and trying to go right into football, although that's a fall sport. But basically what we're hoping to do is to get into the gym where there's controlled environment. And what we're looking for are students, freshmen, sophomore, and juniors, who have an interest in being in front of the camera or on camera announcing something.
Right.
What our hope is that we're going to have a sports center every week, maybe even a daily show from each of the schools. Mm-hmm. So we're going to try and teach the students how to be in front of the camera, but at the same time the technology that it takes to run this. So what we want for the new broadcast program at the Career Education Center are students that are interested in maybe getting a little bit of education in something where they might be able to use it for multiple purposes, from getting a job right after high school, from utilizing it as your resume to get into college, which they love, okay? Or to say afterwards, this really, maybe I see something that I could take this technology and do something in my own community. So these are the things that we're out there trying to look for, those students that have an interest in wanting to do something just a little different than is being done today.
I am so on the same page with you, Bob, on this one. And I'm no futurist and I'm no prophet, but yet there are things happening that are changing right now. And I think some of the things we're doing are not so much traditional, but it's like we are making a prediction. Jobs are changing, the way people make decisions are changing, the media is changing. In fact, you just gave me an announcement that actually surprised me, and you can talk about that, but I'm not surprised that took place. But we are truly a beacon of hope in terms of change in regards to these young adults. I make a big deal out of Max Nanton because he is like our poster, young adult, not poster child. And that's why it's so exciting. And that's why I think we put the test, we really test what we're saying versus saying this is the way the world's going to be. And yet it's not. So we value traditional ways, but knowing it's going to change, and we're moving into it slowly but surely, not at a rapid pace. But continue on, Bob.
Well, it's a rapid pace for these youngsters, though.
Yes, because they're running out of time. I mean,
It's a different world that they're growing up into. When I was, getting out of high school, my mother said, you had to go to college or you basically might have to go out and dig ditches.
Yeah.
There was a pretty good job digging ditches at the time.
Yeah.
That I could raise a family. The analogy that I'd like to utilize, and we're taking more time, but that's okay too for those that are still here and wanting to watch this, okay? I have made the analogy of regular photos, okay? And most of the young kids don't understand it, but there used to be a roll of film that you bought that then you gave to somebody for them to develop, and there were 24 pictures on the roll. Now, if you were a photographer, you had to go in and you had to develop those 24 pictures in a dark room. Many of the youngsters today don't understand that technology.
Right.
Okay? What it caused a camera operator, whoever was taking those pictures, to think ahead of what picture is going to be good. Because I just don't want to shoot,
Right.
and then have to develop each one.
because there was a cost associated with it.
There was a cost and there was a time. Well, now digital photography comes about. Click, 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 click.
Shoot away.
Shoot away, and then go in and spend 30 hours picking out 2 pictures. No planning in advance.
Exactly.
Okay? For me, that's exactly what has happened with YouTube and videos.
I agree.
Shoot a video, let's put it up there, maybe somebody will watch it. I'm saying let's look at what people do want to watch.
Exactly.
One of the things that you're not going to get 10,000 people, but I know that we're going to get parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends who don't live in the area who are going to love to watch Johnny or Jane play volleyball in Oxnard High School. And what happens is, more than just the parents and friends, college coaches are now looking at those videos because they don't want to see the videos that parents are sending in that are doctored only to show the best of their child.
Exactly.
So what we're about starting here, and I hope that we can get a really great undergraduate class so that the first goal that we're going to do is that every school in the Oxnard Union High School District this June will be streaming live their high school graduations.
That's powerful.
Okay?
That's very powerful.
How many sport events we do in between now and that June celebration is a function of how many students want to join us in learning how to be on the broadcast team at their school.
That's right. Perfect.
Can't say it any better than that.
I thought I said it very well. Anything else you can think of?
Peter, let's keep doing it. Till next week, and good morning, Oxnard.
This is Peter Godinez with the infamous executive producer of KDY TV. Peter Godinez, your ambassador. Until next time.